2021 Lexus RX 450h. Lexus has been in the hybrid making business for quite some time, so it's no surprise it makes some of the best. The RX 450h's bold styling could be a polarizing point for buyers, but its combination of impressive attention to detail, interior appointments and practicality makes it an undoubtedly attractive proposition in the luxury SUV scene. Our only real reservation: it underperformed its EPA fuel economy estimates in our testing. The RX 450h feels good on the road, with easy effort steering and even quicker pickup than the non-hybrid models. And thanks to a well-tuned brake-by-wire system, the RX 450h is capable of surprisingly smooth stops, which can be a real weak point for hybrid vehicles. It's not only quicker than the non-hybrid RX 350, but it also delivers a smoother driving experience overall. That's a double win. Our instrumented test numbers confirm the 450h is sufficiently quick, clocking 60 miles per hour from a standing start in 7.3 seconds. But that does put it a few car lengths behind Volvo's potent hybrid SUVs. Suspension updates for the 2020 model year make the RX 450h feel a bit more agile and nicely counteract the added weight from the batteries and hybrid components. Comfort has always been an RX hallmark, and the 450h largely continues to deliver on that promise. The front seats are wide and accommodating, but the cushions feel a bit flat. Our car also didn't have the nice four-way adjustable lumbar we experienced in other models. The second row seats are pretty comfy too, and they have the ability to recline. The suspension does a good job of taking the edge off rougher road surfaces and bumps, but the hybrid's added weight produces more residual motion after the 450h hits a bump, making for a floaty ride. The cabin is well insulated from traffic and wind noise as well as tire drone, and the silence of the hybrid powertrain only adds to the serenity. You'll never have to raise your voice to have a conversation. The interior feels luxurious and roomy and will accommodate the tallest of drivers. Visibility can be an issue in parking lot scenarios since the corners of the RX can be hard to judge if you don't have the optional 360-degree camera. It's not an issue if you do, though, and we'd recommend selecting that option. We appreciate that there are quite a few clearly labeled buttons around the cabin. We also appreciate the improvements Lexus has made to its infotainment system, replacing the joystick-style controller with a touchpad and adding a touchscreen interface. The location of the touchscreen makes it a bit of a reach for anyone, but it's better than not having that functionality. Lexus Mark Levinson stereos are always a high point, and the big infotainment screen is crisp and appealing. Android Auto and Apple CarPlay smartphone integration operates elegantly for the most part, though some of our Android users experienced issues with apps missing and sometimes had no functionality at all. Bluetooth works well, though, and charging options are available for the first two rows with a generous 6 USBs total. The adaptive cruise system works well even in stop-and-go traffic. It's a bit conservative about following distance, but it doesn't panic when cars change lanes ahead of you. Most other systems are similarly strong, but the lane keeping assist was a little hyperactive and sometimes would ping-pong back and forth within the lane. The RX 450h's trunk offers a good amount of storage, 18 cubic feet, even if it's not nearly as roomy as some other midsize SUV trunks by the numbers. And with 40/20/40 split folding rear seats, this luxury SUV has the flexibility to carry an assortment of goods. It's even rated to tow 3,500 pounds, which, though far from class-leading, is enough for a small trailer with a motorcycle or two. Passengers get a fair amount of well-thought-out storage for personal items, even including a cup holder whose depth can be adjusted for taller mugs. There's also ample room for installing a car seat thanks to the large door openings and plenty of rear legroom. The RX 450h gets an EPA estimated 30 mpg combined, 31 city, 28 highway, which is pretty stellar. Our best tank in mixed driving came in at 25.7 mpg, while the run on our 115-mile evaluation loop yielded 25.1 mpg. That's better than most non-hybrid SUVs and about where the Volvo hybrids are rated. But it's pretty disappointing compared to expectations. Fit and finish on the RX 450h leaves very little to be desired, both inside and out. It's unlikely you'll come in contact with something other than leather or soft-touch plastics, demonstrating a level of attention to detail that many manufacturers lack. Our well-equipped test car came in just over $60,000, MSRP starts around $47,000, which is still a good value considering other luxury hybrid SUVs begin in the mid-$50 Ks. As with other RX models we tested, we weren't overly impressed by the fuel economy we observed in the 450h. But Lexus warranties are good for the class, and roadside assistance is offered for 4 years with unlimited miles. The RX has visual personality with its swoopy bold styling and oversized grille. But like a kitty cat in a tiger suit, the Lexus oversells its ferocity a bit. It's a competent and comfortable vehicle to be sure, but it's not one we'd seek out for thrills behind the wheel. Others in this segment are simply better dynamically on road or more capable off-road, which just leaves the RX sitting pretty in the middle of the road. Toyota and Lexus are pioneers when it comes to the early adoption of hybrid technology. Back for the 2006 model year, Lexus debuted the first luxury hybrid, the RX 400h. Today, that lineage continues with the 2021 Lexus RX 450h. In those intervening years, the RX hybrid has steadily improved and proved itself both powerful and dependable. The competition has also caught on and developed their own fuel-sipping alternatives. This year, the Lexus RX 450h receives just a few updates and remains an excellent choice among hybrid SUVs, but it's not the best. It's outshone by the larger Acura MDX Sport Hybrid as well as plug-in hybrids that include the BMW X3 xDrive 30e and the Audi Q5. It's still a close battle among all of these hybrid SUVs, however, and we recommend checking all of them out to see which best suits your needs.